And
we're back.
Woohoo! No, you're
Dinosaur
back.
Story.
You're back. I was always here.
True.
Tess and I have been here now for 3 weeks straight, waiting on you to show back up from the back room.
Yeah, that was one long nap.
I was trapped in the storage unit, digging through long boxes.
Did you find anything good?
Yes.
I haven't been able to change your paper pallet in the back in 3 weeks because you wouldn't leave.
Yep. And now you smell.
Oh no.
Oh my god, I can put people in timeout.
Oh my god.
You can put people in timeout.
It just popped up and it was like, now you can put people in timeout if they're. I
Wow.
don't know why I would need to use that.
I would like to go to timeout.
I would say that seems to be like this could end this show pretty quickly.
Yeah.
If we could put people in timeout.
Yeah.
Anyway, hi everyone. I'm Philip.
I'm Tommy.
And welcome to RCX Unfiltered. As always, we have the lovely Tess behind the laptop.
Hello.
But she will eventually be in front of the laptop.
Maybe.
Maybe.
There it works. Okay, sorry.
What?
You're not going to mention the lovely Rob Bob that's here?
We do have a lovely Rob Bob.
We do have a lovely Rob Bob up front. So, yay, Rob Bob! Yay! And then a Gregory.
Yay!
We have a Gregory. I need water. I just got to see my armpit because I needed water.
We're going to have to put a age rating on this one.
I gotta censor it.
Rated teen for armpit. Because, all of our shows are marked for not for children.
Right.
So, which kind of leaves us out, but it's kind of a fine line between us doing the show and it not made for us. So,
yeah, we can't watch it. We're not old enough.
Nope.
So anyway, we had Fall Festival this past week.
Yay!
Yep.
So we had a lot of fun.
It was a good time.
Thanks for everyone who came out to support all the creators and stuff that we had here and that supported us. We appreciate it. So I'm sure we'll be, I guess next is Powhatan.
Yep.
Powhatan.
Which we don't have a date for yet.
But it's
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon.
We'll have a date.
It's October.
It is October.
I was talking to someone at work the other day. It was last week. I was talking to someone and they were sitting there going, well, we'll talk about that again in fourth quarter. I said, you mean Monday?
It's time.
Because
yeah,
it's October, which means we're in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
So I was like, yeah, that doesn't really work in this situation.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we got that. We'll talk about some books. Tess has got some manganese to talk about.
I don't know what that was. Continue.
Magnesium?
Magnesium.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. I have no idea.
Why are you looking at me?
And then she's got some books she wants to talk about, some Superman book.
Super.
We're going to make her talk about a Superman book. Hey, Megan.
Megan.
So we've read some books this week. We haven't read a lot of books this week, but I'm going to start here. We're only showing this because of the cover.
Like, I'll be honest, I did not like the cover, but the book itself, pretty good.
X-Men 27. We're continuing the downfall of the X-Men, but the rise of Kitty Pryde.
Yeah. Once again, Kitty's the main character. Kate is the main character.
I keep forgetting it's Kate now.
Yeah. Yeah. She's mad, and I don't blame her. She breaks into the Orcus prison and is like, I'm going to let some people out. And then she was like, actually, they're smarter than I thought. I got to do some stuff. I got to be smart about it.
When did Phil Noto start drawing?
I don't know, man.
X-Men.
But
is this the first issue or has he been doing
No,
it?
I think he's been in the last few issues.
Wow.
I can't remember, honestly.
Because Kate's going back by Shadowcat again, right?
She is. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's a great bit where Rasputin, who is a chimera, she is from the future and she's been made with 4 or 5 different mutants' abilities of varying degrees of success. And then they go to talk to the Fantastic Four. And of course, first thing is like Ben's like, hey, what are you doing here? And she's like, I will punch you. And Ben's like, I'm on vacation. it's a lot of fun.
Like, leave me alone.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know what's happening. What is going on?
Hey, that girl's invisible.
Yeah. So anyway, it's fun. Like the beginning of it's kind of upsetting because people are in prison and then there's fail safes, so you can't break them out of prison. Yeah, Cyclops is having a bad day.
What, you can get a Citizen Loki watch?
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, I'm just looking through the ads while you're talking.
It's fair.
You were talking X-Men. I kind of zoned out. Pretty pictures, though, with Phil Noto as the artist.
Yeah.
I had no idea Phil Noto was drawing.
Yep.
Hey, Kate cut off all her hair.
She did. Bye, Rob.
All right, that's X-Men. Now we're going to move on to Batman 138,
Batman.
which I read this book like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I forgot there was a Catwoman book between issue 137 and 138. I was kind of confused. That's what I get for reading an actual PDF version of this book. So
I will say I am loving Gotham War. I am really enjoying Batman as the bad guy of an event.
See you later.
bye, Gregory.
Bye, Gregory.
Yeah, that's the weird thing, right? Like Batman is easily the villain in this.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, what are they going to do? Like, how are they going to pull out of this? I don't understand. It's tricky.
I think the easiest way to defeat Batman is to get him therapy.
Yeah, there is a crushing scene in here. There's a crushing scene in here with Damien. I'm letting you know now.
Oh yeah.
I'm letting you know now. If you don't like Damien, it's fine. I don't like Damien. There's a scene in here that will crush you.
Yeah.
And with Damien. Because it was like, wow. That scene is when you really knew Batman was the villain.
Yeah. Even if you were like on the fence about it, like that's the one. Yeah.
That did it.
And like this whole book is just Bruce off the deep end doing stuff that is like, whoa, man.
Yeah.
Like Nightwing like beats the crap out of him at one point because of what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane. Like
yeah,
the whole
I don't
thing.
usually read Batman. I like the periphery characters, but I'm not usually a big Batman fan. But this has been really good.
Yeah. It's like like even Red Hood. Like Batman has done some awful stuff in this book.
Yeah.
It is a very hard book, actually.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, it is.
He's going through a crisis. It's his midlife crisis.
Yep.
It is. He can't stand the fact that his way didn't actually work for once.
Mm-hmm.
And he's losing his mind. Wow. Yeah. Yes.
And then the most important book of the week.
And I've already took it as my pick of the week, so I don't know what you're doing. Yeah.
I don't know either now.
I've already had pictures taken. To be fair, I called this like 4 weeks ago.
I know. It's fine. It's fine.
Transformers #1.
They're more than meets the eye.
Man, let me tell you, this book,
Megan asks, how old is Batman?
I would imagine he's in these books now. He's probably in his late 30s,
Early 40s.
early
somewhere in there,
40s
yeah.
is what I would imagine they're kind of having him as
Yeah.
at this point. Like he's set up that way. Yeah, I would probably go closer to like 42.
Yeah. Same.
I'm gonna be specific.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. 42 years, 3 months, 9 days.
Yeah, considering
Exactly.
where they have Nightwing at
Mhm.
and where him and Barbara at, like they are probably late, like 29, 30,
Yeah.
the way his book is set up. So
Yeah.
Batman's got to be roughly ish
Yeah.
like that. So,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Mm.
but Red Hood now is 20. So it has to be, right?
Yeah.
Something.
So anyway, back to Transformers #1. by Skybound, done by Daniel Warren Johnson. And man,
Yeah.
sorry, my bottle clicked over.
No,
there.
you're
It's like,
fine.
what the?
So, like, I had seen some stuff from him before, but like Wonder Woman Dead Earth was my first Johnson book where I was like, oh my God, this guy's amazing.
Yeah.
And then when they announced that he was going to be doing Transformers, I was like, okay, that's an interesting choice. But then I had a retailer call with him and Kirkman. This dude loves Transformers. Like,
Yeah.
he is from our generation. He loves this property. There's like a little note from him in the back about how, like, as a little kid, he brought his Optimus Prime to show and tell. Like, this is a guy who has loved Transformers his whole life. And he's telling this is a slightly different take on Transformers. And I will say that it's the best first issue of Transformers I think I've ever read.
Yeah, by far.
Yeah.
And like when I read it, you can kind of get the old Marvel Transformers feeling from it,
Yeah.
but the story itself is going to be completely different. If you saw any previews from it from Skybound, I think they showed like 5 Autobots and 5 Decepticons as part of the team. Well, this explains pretty quick why there's only 5.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of stuff that happens in this issue. The humans in here that you're used to in the animated and the old, that is not going to be, that's not going to go well in here at all. So this book is just pretty, it is action packed, but it is a lot of stuff happening all at once.
So Johnson did a book last year called Do a Powerbomb.
He did. Which won awards.
Yeah, it did win a bunch of awards, and it was phenomenal. But he, over the pandemic, started watching pro wrestling, and it seeps into this Transformers book because usually when you got giant robots and they fight each other, it's just punch, punch, punch.
Shoot, shoot, bang, bang.
But for those of you who know anything about pro wrestling, there is a giant robot German suplex in this book, and it was awesome.
I was trying to find a decent page to just show so you could see the art. It's probably a good page.
Yeah, that's good.
So here's his art. So he's writing and drawing this book. So that's the art. And so the Void Rivals is what began this universe called the Energon universe.
Mm-hmm.
But then coming out of that will be, let's see, Void Rivals. Void Rivals. But next we have, after the Transformers, we have Duke and Cobra Commander.
Yep.
So those are also part of the Energon universe that will be coming later. I think these are mini series too.
They are, yes.
So and I think these lead into a G.I. Joe.
Mm-hmm.
So you got Duke, Cobra Commander. Those are both written by Joshua Williams, and then they lead into the G.I. Joe.
Yep.
Get the Rise of Cobra and Rise of G.I. Joe.
And then they're also continuing Larry Hama's G.I. Joe, Real American Hero,
Right.
which is based on the Marvel G.I. Joe series. It's still ongoing.
Right. That went from Marvel to what, IDW.
Yep.
And then now it's going to Skybound.
Now
So it's going to
Yep.
issue 301. Is that?
I think so. I think
Yeah.
300 was the last issue at IDW.
I think that was right.
Yeah. And then that's going to be separate from the Energon universe.
Yes.
It's just continuing the
Marvel
80s,
universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe stuff. Bringing Larry Hama in to continue.
So, but yes, this was by far my favorite book of the week. So that's why it was my pick of the week.
It's very good. It's very, very good.
What else did you read? What else?
I read a manga called Glitch, which was fun, pretty cute. These two kids moved to a new neighborhood. Like, they moved to a new city with their mom, and there's some supernatural stuff going on with this city, and nobody really wants to talk about it. Like, the other kids are like, oh yeah, these things just happen, and they're like, I'm sorry, what? And then there's an adorable little, it reminds me of the little soot monsters from
Is that what they're
from
called?
yeah, soot sprites from Which Miyazaki movie was that?
It was Spirited Away.
Spirited Away. Yes. They remind me of the Soot sprites from Spirited Away, but he is very anyway, it's adorable. It's pretty cute. Volume 1 is all set up. Like there's no questions have been answered. It's all like what is happening in this little town.
Has any questions been questioned?
Yeah, there are a lot of questions have been questioned. Like a dude that runs a convenience store has like feathers as a face, and everybody's like, yeah, that's normal. Don't worry about it. Like it literally looks like his face is made of like 10 wings. Just I don't know. It's very bizarre.
And then we only find them when their dead hardcover came out this week.
Yes, both the hardcover and the slipcase. We have one of each. I also read the last issue of Peacemaker Tries Hard,
Maker of Peace.
where
John Cena saves the world.
John Cena saves the world. He gets his dog, who is named he has named Bruce Wayne. The old hero tells him, "You're a good hero. I'm proud of you." And he's like, "Ah!" It's and then there's a birthday party. So, you know, it ended happy.
We need a birthday party.
Yeah. I read some other stuff too. I'm trying to remember.
I did see where at least John Cena made the gun universe.
Yes. Oh yeah. James Gunn was like, these 3 characters will continue, and it was it
Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle, John Cena as
and Amanda
Peacemaker,
Waller.
and Amanda Waller.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
three people.
And you know what? I was like,
Sure, why not?
sure, that sounds good.
We're going to take you 3 and we're going to move on.
Phoebe Totoro. It was
Totoro as
it
well.
was from Totoro. Yeah.
I think they show up in most of his movies.
They were on the train in Spirited Away.
Okay. We just watched Totoro last week.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
I made Jacqueline watch Spirited Away a few weeks ago. So that's when I finally got around to what you were saying. I'm like, yeah, because it was when they went on the train at the end.
All right. I
That's
saw
where she
Spirited
had the
Away
little-
when it came out in theaters and have not watched it again since.
Oh, yeah.
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 It's on the list.
So cool.
Yeah, we've been watching we watched the weird magic fish movie. Which one was that?
Ponyo.
Ponyo, thank you. Ponyo was weird.
Ponyo is weird. It wasn't my favorite.
Ponyo is probably one of my least favorite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, well,
like
that makes me feel
when
better.
when you start ranking them, it's like most of the time I forget that it existed.
Okay. So yeah, we just watched My Neighbor Totoro, and it was adorable, and we loved it. And I saw Princess Mononoke and Spirited Away in the theater 100 million years ago.
Yep.
So those are on our list to watch.
Those
soon.
are my top 2.
Yeah.
They're
I think
pretty good.
Howl's Moving Castle is 3 for me.
Haven't watched that one. That's also on the list. I've never seen
It
that one.
is really good.
I
But
really love Kiki's Delivery Service.
it's just adorable.
Yeah. I love that movie.
I guess for me, that one's probably 4 or 5. See, Totoro is up there.
Mhm.
The action is not as
It's hard to
Yeah.
choose. They're all very
yeah.
good.
Like what I mean, like the difference between 1 through 4 is not
Yeah.
like it depends whichever one I watch last. But like Ponyo is like
Ponyo is-
it's
That was
like it's
weird. God, it was so weird.
So saying that, I believe Jacqueline and I have determined that I hate any movie that has to deal with water. Because like we were talking the other day, she was like Little Mermaid. I'm like, if I never see that movie again,
Finding Nemo?
if I never see that movie again, I'm completely fine. It is just not. It just has no bearing on me. Yeah, and Jacqueline looks at me. She goes, "But," I'm like, I don't care. And then now we bring up that I'm like, yeah, it's literally my least favorite. Like if I
Wow.
never see that movie again, I'm completely fine.
Hmm.
So I think could be why I never watched Aquaman. Because
Aquaman was
water.
fun.
yeah, but it's water.
Like it was fun.
Maybe it's my disdain for Water World that brought upon all the water
Poor Kevin
dystopia.
Costner.
I'm just saying.
Mhm.
Maybe it was
Maybe.
that. I don't know. Maybe I was so into Mad Max not being able to get water that these movies just have all this water.
Yeah, it's like it's too much water.
Too much water. Yeah.
My fingers get all wrinkly. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's kind of funny though, but yeah, Now I'm sitting in my head and I'm trying to sit there and think, what water movie do I like? Like, I have no idea. Maybe we can come up with something, but
I'm
But
gonna have to think about that.
it was kind of funny that when you brought that up, I'm like, yeah, out of all of his movies,
Alvin and the Chipmunks Shipwrecked.
yeah, I honestly can't say that I've actually seen that.
I
so-
haven't either. I'll be honest, I haven't either.
So, because I'm assuming it's a thing,
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't. Yeah, the whole Alvin and the Chipmunk thing, and
It's Pirates of the Caribbean.
yeah, it was okay. Like I went to the theater and saw the first one, and I was like, yeah, I'm kind of over this too. So yeah, I didn't find it nearly as humorous as or entertaining. I mean, it was okay,
Yeah.
but I think it was
The water is calling currently.
the water is upset to me.
The Shape of Water. I have not seen The Shape of Water.
I don't think I've seen The Shape of Water either.
It's M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
Oh yeah.
It is John Adams is the main character, I believe.
the president.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
I can't remember the actor's name. He was
Wow.
John Adams.
Okay. That's fair. All right.
Yeah. He was in that wine movie with Sandman. I can't remember.
With Sandman.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that didn't help me
Okay.
at all.
Thomas Hayden Church with Sandman. And he played Harvey Picard in American Splendor. Why can't I remember his name?
Oh, yeah. I don't.
Man,
I've seen American Splendor.
Yeah, it's gonna drive me crazy. I cannot remember his name to save my life. Anyway,
American Splendor, I've seen.
yeah.
That's because it was based off of a comic book.
Yes, Rachel. Sideways was the wine movie.
Sideways.
Yes, Sideways. Oh, that was a movie about the wine. Not like, oh my god, I don't
I
want
figured that. I
but
figured it was
the-
like, I
Yeah.
figured it was the alcoholic
Yeah.
version of what we were discussing
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, I
More
figured.
confused.
Yeah, I figured.
Paul Giamatti. Oh my god,
I figured
Do
you
you feel
didn't
better
even.
now?
I do. That was
Figured
gonna
you
drive
didn't
me
even watch
crazy.
a movie that was about whining.
I don't like this movie.
Yeah, I did. It was Dark Knight Rises.
That's kind of what you're doing.
Exactly. 100%. Yeah. It's weird. It's just weird.
This is just crazy.
Let's be fair. There's very few animated things that I dislike.
Mhm.
Like I will watch an animated anything
yeah.
over a live action stuff, and there's just some that just don't.
So Phoebe and I are currently watching Ahsoka, which I've seen all the episodes, and she's watching them for the first time. The first few episodes, the plot of the episodes is Treasure Planet.
Really?
They have a sphere, and when they put the sphere in a thing, a giant 3D map appears. Yeah,
That's
It's awesome.
it's Treasure Planet.
That is awesome. That's phenomenal, actually.
Yeah.
Should probably watch that.
Yeah.
So
Ahsoka's really good.
yeah, I haven't watched any of that yet.
I put Treasure Planet on here like last week. Love that movie. The centroid of a mechanism.
So I came here Sunday and Tommy was watching Star Trek, the original series.
God.
And what I haven't watched the original series in a very long time. And what I have determined is they really like their loud, annoying music at times.
Like the show is perfectly fine, and then all of a sudden, beep, 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 beep.
It was like, what? And then we saw the precursor to War Games. There's
Yeah.
an episode of Star Trek, the original series, that was basically War Games, but
Yep.
it was 20 years before War Games.
I need to go back. There's a couple episodes of Lower Decks with AI robots. There's like a wall of AI robots. I need to go back and rewatch it to see if the one from that
Oh,
episode.
I guarantee you.
Yeah.
I guarantee you he's on that
Yeah.
wall because they haven't missed a beat on stuff like that. on
No,
Lower
they
Decks.
have not.
So, yeah.
The Shape of Water. I don't know what any of these movies are. I haven't seen any of them.
Shape of Water, isn't that the Ape Sapien movie?
Yeah. Rachel said that Doug Jones is the amphibian thing. I don't know what The Shape of Water. I don't know. I know The Way of Water. We just watched that. It's the second Avatar movie. It was pretty cool.
I haven't watched that.
It was good. There's a lot of water.
I was like, there's a lot of water.
You
in that
probably
one,
aren't gonna
right?
like it because there's a lot of water.
I think I have an inherent fear of just water.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it has to do with I own a lot of paper products.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Like fire is one thing, right? Like if fire comes through, there's nothing left.
Right.
If water
Yeah.
comes through, there's something left. It's just destroyed.
Then you got to sift through all your destroyed things.
Yeah.
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 That's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
If
I
it's
honestly-
fire, it's just like, well, it's all gone.
Yeah.
I don't have anything I need to deal with now. It's
but I
just
think
gone.
I think that is actually a part of it. I think water is my
Yeah.
because like at home, right? Like I'll fix all the electrical stuff. Like I'll change fixtures and all that stuff. If it comes to doing anything with water, I'm immediately hiring someone. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's some trauma there somewhere.
Well,
I'm just saying. Now that I'm having this session here,
yeah.
How does that make you feel?
yeah, like wow, yeah. The more I think of this, wow, yeah, I need
Might be an issue.
Tess. I need to make an appointment.
Why are you asking me?
Because obviously this is helping. Who is the only original Star Trek character to show up on the first episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation? That was
McCoy. Wasn't it
Yeah.
Dr. McCoy?
yeah, that was
I think it was DeForest Kelly.
DeForest Kelly was the
Megan says therapy for Philip and Bruce.
Oh, I don't have Bruce's issues. No, don't put me in that bucket. I have my own issues, but man,
He needs a team of therapists.
yeah.
Intervention.
Like I could see Bruce going to therapy, and after he leaves, the therapist being like, "Oh my god,
quitting their job.
I gotta go. Cancel all my appointments for the rest of the day."
Do you have your manga
I
suggestions, Tess?
do. Hello.
It's Tess's fashion show first, and now you can have a seat, Tess.
I'll stand.
No, take the seat
Why do I have to take the seat?
because it's your show now.
I like standing in the background. Anyways, so some of my favorite mangas are what should I start with? So my favorite probably is Bungo Stray Dogs. It's about all of the main characters are based off of like Japanese writers, and all of their powers are based off like the things they write. And it's really interesting. It's kind of like Mafia, and it's very good. And then they have like the Guild, which are the American writers, and they come in, and so it's
They ruin everything.
they don't ruin everything, but it's really good. It's really great. Also, the case study of Vanitas, it's like steampunk vampires, and I just love it so much. The anime for that one is also really good. I love let's see here. Boys Run the Riot is really good. It's about a boy, and it's about a trans character, and he starts like a fashion thing. It's very good. We have copies of it in store if you want to come and buy it. I highly recommend. Sweet Blue Flowers is really good. It's sapphic. It's really sweet. The art is really pretty too. The Moon on a Rainy Night, I just read recently. It features a disabled character. She's hard of hearing, and I thought that was just the coolest thing. It's also
What?
queer, and
I also read that recently. It's fantastic.
it's so good.
Yeah,
It is so
I liked it quite a lot.
good. So good. I also really enjoy Sasaki and Miyano. That one is like the slowest of slow burn ever, because they don't even like kiss until like the 6th volume, but it's so good, and I highly recommend. And there are a bunch of spin-offs of it.
Sounds like Cheers.
What?
Nothing.
I
That
don't
was
know
that was to
Yeah.
make Philip laugh.
Okay.
You don't need to worry about
Okay.
me.
Not for me.
No, you're
And
fine.
yeah, there you go. You're welcome. That was my speed run of manga
With her Heartstopper shirt on.
With the Heartstopper
I'm
shirt on.
shocked. I'm
Anyway.
shocked that she has a Heartstopper shirt on.
That
It
sounds.
just came in the mail today.
Man, you've already cut it that quick.
Uh-huh. I don't know. Yeah.
So when you cut your shirts, do you just grab a bag and cut and hope you cut it, or do you actually take it out first and then?
Well, Philip. Obviously. Obviously.
I don't know. Just asking
When
questions.
I order the shirts, I put in the note, the special notes.
Uh,
Please crop this to my liking.
okay.
So it arrives cropped, but sometimes it's wrong. So I've had to send this specific one back like 3 or 4 times until I got it just right.
So instead of you going online and you pick your
course.
size, you just send them
Of course.
the specifications.
Obviously.
Okay.
This is how things work.
So that's how things works for the influencer.
That's my superhero identity. Yay.
Just saying.
It works.
Life stuff. Life stuff.
Oh dear.
Uh, oh dear. All right. Well, thank you, Tess.
You're very
I think she said she was going to do a whole nother video.
I'm
on-
gonna do a whole
manga.
video on it eventually.
So.
Yay.
So we were also asked about like Big Guy and Rusty.
Mhm.
So I was like, well, where are we going with this? So I stuck with the Jeff Darrow selection last week.
Okay.
And that's what
Yeah, I haven't watched last week's episode yet. I just haven't had time this week.
it was actually entertaining.
Yeah, that's
That
what
was
I heard.
very entertaining. She just rolled with the whole thing.
That's good.
She's there, man. She's all in. She's all in at this point. It's only taken like 37 episodes, but she's finally all in on this whole.
Am I being replaced?
Yeah, you are.
No, just saying. She's just all in on this on this not having a script thing every week.
Yeah.
It threw her off for the first 36 weeks, but now
But
she
now
just-
it's okay.
We were talking about this yesterday. Like, we come into the show, it's like, what are you going to talk about? I don't know.
uh-uh.
And then we just start talking and hope for the best.
Yeah, that's usually how it works. Yes, Tess is earned a spot at the table.
Yay.
She's an integral part of the round table that
Mhm.
we don't have. But if we had a round table,
We have rectangular tables.
rectangular Pokemon table.
What? All of our meetings take place over the Pokemon card.
Pretty much, yeah. That's kind of how it works here. It's,
Yep.
all the important discussions. And it's nice though, right? Because then if you get distracted, I don't care what they say. You just go in, you pick a
go in,
Pokemon, and just like,
Take a look at
Yeah.
it, put it back.
you're like, oh my god, I need some energy.
I could use some energy right now.
Oh, here you go, that one.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, that one.
What about this fun little monkey?
I do love fun little monkeys.
So there you go.
Fire monkeys are the best.
Fire monkeys. So what else is going on? What else we got going on? Tess, do we have anything going on? Nothing? Anything?
I don't think we are. Do we?
I think we're just trying to take a week or two off now.
I think we're trying to breathe.
Breathe.
I spent many hours in our storage unit today digging through long boxes of stuff. And I managed
What the?
I only managed to pull out basically 3/4 of a short box today.
Hmm.
Like the boxes I went through were not exciting.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's disappointing.
3 of the million short boxes were the same X-Men comics from the 90s. I was like, oh my god, again.
Yeah, we have almost a complete run of what the?
I think it is a complete run.
Is it a complete
I
run?
think it's a complete run.
Somebody needs to hurry and combine all these what this,
So you don't buy them?
so I don't buy them. Yeah, 100%. I love these books.
Yeah, they were fun. Very silly.
Oh yeah, I mean that's
I enjoy silly.
it's what comics should be.
Mhm.
What is what the? Describe that,
So-
Tommy.
It's a
Go
parody book. It's the Saturday Night Live / National Lampoon of Marvel, where they're making fun of themselves and they're making fun of DC. Like, there's an issue where basically Superman is in the issue, but they call him Superb Man because copyrights.
Right.
And there's a bit. One of the things I remember is like the Thing is like yells some stuff about like I'm gonna hit you with my big orange mitts kind of thing, and then there's like an asterisk, and then there's an editor's note, and it's like there's no way to make the Thing sound funny without it sounding exactly like the Thing from Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The one thing Marvel whatever you think of Marvel, the one thing Marvel has always been great at is making fun of themselves.
Yeah.
Always. Like they usually do some kind of one parody book a year still.
Mhm.
Like at some point, or like I'm still convinced that the whole Dark Web Spider-Man series was them making fun of themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like 100%. Like that whole story was written that way, right?
Mhm.
And so they are really good at doing stuff like that. And that's what they did with that whole series.
Yeah.
With it was just like, hey, we're just kind of right. Is that kind of like the Mad TV or Mad Magazine where they were just trying to do something, but it was all about making fun of themselves.
Yeah.
So they do a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah, and like they the covers are like rip-offs of current comics from the time. Like one of them is the Kraven's Last Hunt. And I think Kraven was a raven, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of animal puns. But anyway, the whole series is very silly. It's an anthology book, so like every issue has like 3 or 4 stories that are like 4 to 6 pages long. Anyway, it was fun, silly, and it isn't like the first issue is the most expensive one. It's $4.
Yep. And like, yeah, Brian, like I loved all those, like the Christmas specials and stuff. Marvel doesn't do those as much now. DC still does like holiday type specials, but it wasn't they're not as good as the old Marvel stuff that was out there. The only thing that DC ever did really good like that was every year back during the original multiverse is every summer the JSA would come to the JLA or the JLA would go to JSA and there'd be a softball game.
Yeah.
Like every year there was a softball game, but they would Earth 1 and Earth 2 would have a surfball games. And those were fun. But that was before the Anti-Monitor and just now they don't ever play softball.
Like, do the X-Men do that anymore?
I don't think so.
I remember back in like the late 80s and the 90s, like every time there was a big event, we get an issue where they were like playing baseball and just hanging out.
Yeah, I think that's the gala now.
Mm.
The X-Men just have the gala now.
Yeah.
So, but like whatever.
Yeah.
Man, especially like the last gala. Things didn't go well.
Nobody had a good time.
But they don't have many one-off stories like set up like that anymore. It's the few and far between. So I miss it. Yeah, they did it they would do like the summer spectacular where they would go play volleyball.
Yeah.
And things like all heroes would get together. That was, of course, they would all be in their bikinis.
Yeah.
And
they do those swimsuit specials back in the 90s. Yeah. Lord.
Good times.
Yeah.
Good times. So, yep. Man, there was all kind of stuff like that during the time where they would just actually try to have fun with all this stuff, and it wasn't so.
Superheroes having fun.
It was wild. It was a wild time.
It was wild. Yeah, it was a wild time back in the 80s. In the 80s, everything went.
There was Marvel did a Time magazine parody. That was I can't remember. It was like 92 or 93, I think. Where it was like Time magazine size, and it was all about the Marvel universe. I vaguely remember it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if I.
Yeah, I don't know. I made it up.
Yeah, it could be. Well, I mean, they did all kind of stuff like that, but they would do that stuff, and like when they would reprint the Treasury editions, but then there would be some like new Treasury thing in the back stuff too.
Yeah.
So you had a bunch of that stuff. So they should just start doing the records again.
There's a new Goodwill that opened up over in Forest Hill, and I went in and they had some of the old records. Like they had a Superman one and then like a bunch of Disney ones. And I was like, I used to have all these.
I have I still have my DC Christmas one. It's Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman on the cover. Superman's they're carrying like Santa Claus stuff. And so it's just different Christmas stories with all on the album. I still have them.
I remember I had a He-Man one that they added a theme song at the beginning where they just kept singing "We Are the Masters of the Universe" over and over. I remember I was listening to it and my neighbor was like, So, are they the masters of the universe? I got so mad. I was like 10, but I was like, yes, they are. Ah.
See,
You haven't changed much.
yeah, it's still the same. Yeah, I have that. There's a Hulk one I have. Hulk one's got like 4 stories.
Mhm.
So I still have a few of those. I don't have them all, but I still have a few. Like I'm sure the rest of them got destroyed at some point in time in my life. So
Yeah, we were not easy on records back in the day.
I do have that. They did that Marvel, I guess it was about 20 years ago now, where they did the it was a limited set of Amazing Fantasy 15, and then it came with a CD.
Oh, I
It
remember
was a
that.
web
yeah.
cut CD, and it was Stan Lee reading
Yeah.
Amazing Fantasy 15.
I remember
So
that.
that was pretty cool. That's still sitting on my shelf. Somebody's talking.
I don't know what's
Why?
happening.
That was weird.
Ghosts.
Ghosts.
We have those here.
I've decided that there is a ghost, and it's the ghost of Barnaby. But we just decided that the ghost shouldn't live here, but should live in the Little Free Library, and that's why the Little Free Library's name is Barnaby, because the ghost lives there.
Okay.
I also give all of the bugs I find in the store to Barnaby because Barnaby likes the bugs.
Is Barnaby the one who pulls out the boxes over there all the time,
Sure.
and no one's here?
Yes.
That's freaky. I'll be here by myself, and it sounds like somebody's pulling the short boxes on the racks, and I'm just like,
Sometimes Barnaby likes to read.
it's very.
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing here.
Yeah, it is.
Like you'll be over here, there's no one in here, and then you'll hear the boxes moving over there, and then
Yeah.
you walk over there, and there's no
nothing
one there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the strangest thing here.
It's just Barnaby.
Okay, so that's where Barnaby came from, huh?
Mhm.
You named the ghost Barnaby.
I did name
Isn't
the
it
ghost
bad to
Barnaby.
name ghost?
I don't know.
I'm
I don't
just
care.
asking. Okay,
Everyone deserves a name, Philip.
All right. I think she just tied the demon to this place.
Well,
I did. And eventually Tommy will join said demon. So it's okay.
I feel threatened.
Wow.
No, this is how it's going to work, right? You're going to become a ghost and hang out with Barnaby all day.
I mean, I have joked a lot that when I die, I'll much like Professor Benz, I'll be at the register and die, and then I won't know that I'm dead.
You'll keep doing it.
Just
And
keep
then
doing
my
it.
ghost will just keep ringing people up forever.
Wow.
Yep.
That's sad.
Mm.
That's like I don't even know what to go from there at this
Yeah.
point. Yeah. Tommy and Barnaby.
Tommy and Barnaby. I think that'd be
So was
fun.
Barnaby like a Irish dance accident that, that happened? So that was what was here before? Was he?
Yep.
Was he in the? Is that why they moved?
Mhm.
Wow, that would kind of explain a lot. All of
Yeah.
a sudden,
You're welcome. I
Wow.
uncovered all of that for you.
man. I mean, to be fair, no one was in this spot that we're in right now for a very long time.
That's true.
So,
But is it because someone died here?
that's what I'm saying. Was that
Barnaby.
Barnaby? Yeah. Are you a ghost whisperer? Did they come and talk to you? Hi, I'm Barnaby.
Precisely. In that
Wow.
voice.
Did Jennifer Love Hewitt make a TV show about your life?
She doesn't know who that is.
You don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She has no idea.
It's fine.
Remember, I'm like that day. I only know Barnaby.
Yeah, she has no idea who that is.
It's
at
fine.
all. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
About Eliza Dushka. You know. Yeah, once again, you have no idea who that is. So. It's fine.
It's
Fine. It's all.
It's all okay.
No, they don't show up on the cameras at all. Like, no.
Mm-mm.
We've got cameras. We have a full security system here. Don't trust
Yeah.
me.
No.
We don't. And we look a lot on those cameras, and there's nothing that shows up on them.
Yeah.
Oh,
But like, if you come here and you sit,
Poltergeist at the comic store. Bring some holy water. Phil will need to speak to a therapist about the water.
That's right. Come on, man. Brian, I believe you broke Tess. You just broke Tess.
That was great.
Tess has now been broken. So she'll be back in therapy at the chicken place all week.
Oh my god, I'm literally crying.
So I'm gonna bring a sofa next week and we'll just have a Philip
Did you
session.
see the last thing Rachel said?
Yes, that is true.
Yep.
That is 100% true. Yeah. Yeah. They got to
Oh my
understand.
God, you are literally crying.
Wow. Yeah.
Crying.
There are tears.
Wow. Man,
Yeah.
yeah, Brian really did break her. She don't know what to do. This is pretty funny.
I know.
Well, this is why once again, I keep pointing out, this is why the show is unfiltered. We have no idea. We have no idea what's going to go on here.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
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 I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine.
No, this is
great.
Yep.
All right. Well,
7:47. We need to go.
Oh.
I need to go.
all right, everybody. We will come back again next week and try this again. Maybe. We'll see if we can find a young and old therapist that could unbreak Tess and myself. All right, everybody. We'll talk to y'all later.
Have a
Thanks
good
for
night.
joining us. We'll see you later. Bye. See if I could end this stream right there.
No, you gotta push
Oh,
one more
I got to
button.
push more buttons.